Hey guys, what's going on? It's Decker coming at you with another helpful video to help you change and adjust your settings to have a really enjoyable time in Tarkov. You don't need the latest and greatest card and chip to have a good time and have a stable experience playing games, including Escape from Tarkov and Streets of Tarkov. So I'm making this video because I've been following some guys on their settings. I've been picking around and followed some guys, and I guess got a really bad result. And so I've been fighting tooth and nail to get back to where I've been and to where I'm getting solid frames. I don't even have a frame counter on most of the time, but I have been just to get myself back to where we are now. And I wanted to share that with you. We're on the cusp of exit update 15 with Tarkov. So now would be a great time if you're coming back into the game and you don't have the latest and greatest computer to actually have a stable experience. I'm working with a 8th generation i5 8600K, overclocked a little bit, not too much, and then a 2080 Ti RTX card. So nothing to scoff at, but definitely not a 4090 or 4080 Ti or whatever, or 13th gen chip. So I've got a couple things in store here for you. We're going to go through some Windows settings. We're going to go through the launcher settings. We'll go through the game, and we'll also go through Nvidia control panel. So sorry for you AMD guys, you're out of luck today on this video, but we'll jump right into it. Let's see. So first we will go to right click on the desktop here and we'll hit display settings. This is key for any game that you play, but today we're going to be talking about specifically Escape from Tarkov. But nonetheless, open up display, go to advanced display settings, click this, and then hopefully you can see this. Yep. You're going to want to make sure that this is set to 60 hertz down to 144 or whatever your monitor does. So everything comes out of the box at 60. You have to go in and manually do this yourself. This is actually a 165 monitor, but my other ones are 144. So I'm trying to keep that uniform. I don't know. I think it runs. I'm trying to keep the card happy. Okay. And I think that helps. So every little bit helps. If you can keep the resolutions and hertz the same, I imagine it's better for it. Pretty straightforward. The launcher, this is pretty easy resource wise. You want to close down as much as you can while you're in the game. So when you close the launcher, exit the launcher, and then when I launch the game, exit the launcher completely. Pretty straightforward. We're going to then go over to the Nvidia control panel. So right click Nvidia control panel. I've got it pulled up here on the other monitor. Let me see if you can see that. Yes. Okay. So we're going to jump into first is going to be adjust display color settings. It's going to be under display. The second option is adjust desktop color settings. A lot of this is preference and unique to you because every monitor apparently is different. I believe even different monitors of the same model are different. So I bumped mine up just to kind of make it a little bit more appealing and easy to see and easier on the eyeballs. But you can hit override to reference and it just keeps everything super plain and plain Jane. I actually think that's a strong strat if you're really struggling. And I did that for a long time and I just said, you know what, let's give it a shot. And I'm not going back. It just looks better. And I just have fun with it. So I bumped up a little bit the contrast 5%. I think it comes out 50-50 in one. And then the gamma for my monitor, I bumped it up to I think 12, from 1.0 to 1.12. And then digital vibrance, this is where it really kind of comes to live for a lot of folks. I jumped this up from 50 to 65, so 15%. And then hue, you definitely leave this at 0, otherwise you're going to be looking like you're tripping balls or something. Manage 3D settings. So this is kind of where it gets kind of the nitty gritty. Key takeaway: keep as much of these settings uniform on Tarkov as your global or whatever game you play. Specifically, I'll point them out, but G-Sync. So monitor technology, you want to make sure it's G-Sync on in the global and G-Sync on in the game. But in my instance, I turn it off because I think the input lag is not worth it. So I have that off. I'm going to jump into program settings and go right through one by one. I'm not going to tell you what all these mean because I don't really know. This is just what works. And you know what? The reality is these all change all the time. So just buckle up and and give it a go. If you need to, maybe set it up as this and then kind of tinker and see what works for yours, for your system the best. But pretty much everything's off. And that doesn't mean it looks like crap or it looks like, competitive, shooter game or whatever. But everything's pretty much off, and except low latency mode. Some people, it's kind of a point of contention. So to some of my guys I follow, but I have this on ultra, and I have that ultra in the global, very important. And then monitor technology. This is G-Sync, like we talked about before. Turn that baby off for the best. You get a cut some screen tearing, I guess you'd say, but I don't know. I don't notice it. And I have that off in game, and then I have that off in global. So next up, you're picking your card manually. Prefer maximum performance for power management. Application control off. This is another point of contention here, is texture filter quality. Some people are saying go for high quality. I don't know if you have to have a 30 series card or 40 series card for me. I did this and it looked like not good. So have that on high performance. Trilinear optimization on. Don't know what that is. Threaded optimization. I actually think this might be hyperthreading, which I don't have, but I have that on. I don't know. It's uniform with the global. That's all that mostly matters here. And then off, one, and auto. I don't even think these bottom two matter, but that's pretty much the nitty gritty there. I'll go through here nice and slow so you can make sure you got it all down. But that's pretty much the nitty gritty on Nvidia control panel. I've got the game pulled up here in another screen. I'll pull it over. Come on. All right. Can you see it? Yep. There you go. So go to settings. Make yourself a fun name. It's a game. Have fun. Make it a funny name. This is all personal preference until you hit automatic RAM cleaner and use only physical cores. So like I said, I've got an 8300, 80 or 8600K i5 Intel chip, and I use only physical cores. I don't know if that's related or whatever, but I'd leave that on. And then automatic RAM cleaner. So this is another point of contention where folks are saying, like, if you go to a certain threshold of RAM, then turn this off or download this weird program that is free and it'll do it for you in the background. No, thank you. I'm going to run like this. So you could turn this off and then in the middle of the game, you pause it and then you run it and it runs it better again. I don't have any time for that. I'm here to have fun and get in the game. FOV, this is particularly a personal choice. I think I have been running 63 forever. I tried 59 and I did not like it. So that's you, but I'm running 27-inch monitor 63. That just works for me. Head bobbing, that's at 0.2. Everybody pretty much agrees that's where it's got to be. I think 0.2 is too high. So we'll see where that lands at 1.0. Malfunction notifications on, everything else off. Post effects off, not even anything. You can turn it black and white if you want to, getting crazy with night vision, whatever. Graphics, this is kind of nitty gritty. Number one, VSync off. If that's grayed out on, go to reflex, turn that off, turn it off, and then go back, whatever. Borderless, hot topic. So I run borderless because I'm running multiple monitors. I like to watch YouTube while it's loading up, and I'm having fun. I'm playing games, I'm winning, but at the same time, I want to look great, and I want to whatever. So I'm trying some full screen action, but you gotta really be locked in because then the alt tabbing, everything kind of whatever. But apparently, this is the best input delay thwarting option. So I'm running borderless, sue me, whatever. But we'll keep on trucking here. So these are very important. Texture quality, leave that at high, and then shadows quality, I'll leave that at low. People that think this is depends on what kind of card you have. I'm running 2080 Ti. This is what works. LOD, level of detail, that's at 2.5. I've messed with this years ago. Not doing anything at 2.5. That's where it's at. Overall visibility, this is kind of weird. So I've been running at 1500 forever. I tried it at 1000 when I was messing with these guys' settings, and I didn't notice any difference. So I'm leaving it. I kind of like it. I think I noticed a backpack didn't load in one time, whatever. And I zoomed in on there was a backpack, and whatever. It's fine. that's pretty low. I'm going to leave it at 1,000 for now. It seems like that's people argue between 1,500 and 1,000. Anti-aliasing TAA high, no compromise. Resampling, all this other stuff. Nvidia DLSS, unfortunately off. Um, let's see, HBAO and SSR. One of these is water reflection, so you're running across the map, and the water looks real and beautiful and sparkling back. Turn that off. Can be a little jarring when you first do it. Kind of looks like a mushy, mess of graphics, but it's just water. There's no gameplay in it. Just keep on trucking. Leave that off. Anisotropic filtering off. Nvidia Reflex low latency. I guess this was broken a year ago, something like that. Anyway, it's on. It's great. Sharpness, point of contention. People, when I moved over to their settings recently, fought tooth and nail to get it back. So that's why I'm recording it. Share it with you guys so you don't have to go through that. But they were saying put it down to 0.1 or 0.2 because of painkillers, whatever. No, I did that. Looked like absolute dog mess. I put that at 0.9. FPS lobby limit 60 for obvious reasons. And then down at the bottom, this is really important. Grass shadows, some people do that. High quality color, everything's off except for Streets of Tarkov, lower texture resolution mode. This to me is a holy grail for Streets. So I did this, I don't know, a wipe ago or something, or last wipe when it first came out, whatever. And this is awesome. So I'm getting, 50 to 60 frames a second on Streets. Can dip to 40s, can go up to 70. But this works for me. Some people put it on, it looks like absolute mess. Some people put on and think it looks great. So I'm in the later camp. I'm running it. We'll see if I get a new computer. I'll turn it off. Maybe it looks sparkling new on Streets of Tarkov, but it looks great on Streets for my system. I think it's great. And that's pretty much it for settings. Post effects off, sound. That's you. It's your deal. And then controls. That's a whole other video if you want. Now I will say, you don't need the latest and greatest, but if you do want to throw some cash at your system, the best thing you can do is go into, PC part picker, whatever, and figure out the best and fastest and lowest cost latency RAM you can get for your motherboard and your chip. Those two things have criteria. So go in there, figure out which RAM you can get. So I'm running 4 sticks of 8 gigabytes, so 32 gigabytes of, I think it's 4,000 megahertz RAM. I got it dialed down to 38 because I think 4,000 was maxing out on the motherboard and it was crashing, whatever you call it, unstable. And that works with my chip. So, some people are running megahertz 3200. I don't know. If you're going to update something, you can easily update RAM. It's $100 or $200, whatever it is. It's totally worth it. I think it's probably more worth it than your card or your chip at this point. Unless you're building a whole new computer, then go nuts, whatever. But that's pretty much it. I hope everybody has a great time with this new update 15. There's a bunch of new cool stuff coming to the game. New bosses, new guns, reworks of old maps, some new dynamics with tripwires, and I don't know. It's going to be great. It's been a long wipe, I think. So if you're coming back to the game, definitely get your stuff settled in here right on the settings so you can actually enjoy yourself. It's already a hard enough game and can be quite painful at times. So get this settled in, and I hope you have a great time. Thank you guys so much for checking another video. We are right under 500 subscribers. It's been that way for a while, but kind of just been chilling in the background, personal life, and just having a family. It's been a blast, but other things got to take a step back. So here we are making another video, and hopefully this is just as successful as the last one. I appreciate the thumbs up, the like, and subscribe, and we will see you in Tarkov. Thank you very much.